Josh just came from a culture and a family where he was brought up to believe that you treat people well.
It was all about just having fun, getting out there, playing as a team.
I think Australians are taught to play tough together.
He's got the courage of a lion.
I hope that I can give these kids inspiration and be a role model for them to aspire to be like and be better than. My grandparents had a bunch of literally every game on a DVD, and I used to watch them all as a kid.
That guy, who is that? That is Warwick Giddey. What have you done?
He would just watch old videos of Warwick playing.
He used to have folders of them at home, and when I was bored, I'd put them on and watch heaps of them growing up.
Basketball was really, really big.
I think the best way to describe it is like Hollywood. Basketball was booming, everybody wanted to be at the game, there was a lot of razzle-dazzle, there's more media.
Fans are standing on their feet, but this is a packed house.
So all of a sudden it went from a tin shed game to an entertainment center game, and they started moving into actual arenas that would hold 15, 18,000. It was just incredible to those who had been involved, a mere 10 or 15 years earlier. They were great days and, important days for the development of Australian basketball. Yeah, so I was an assistant GM there at the time and had just barely arrived, and it was an incredible team. They gunned for their second championship. It was great to be part of. I used to joke when people would say, "What do you do at the Tigers?" I'm the general manager. Okay, what do you really do? I said, well, I don't really recruit because we've had the same team forever. And Warwick Giddey was there, and that was where that relationship started as well.
I was here working in the stadium during those years, and they were always the team that you loved to beat or you loved to hate. And Wazza, his dad, was just a brute on the court.
Off McKinnon charging to the hoop. Warwick Giddey was not going to allow Sam McKinnon to charge in for the dunk.
He was a tough nut, as we would say in Australia.
Wazza, we'll call him Wazza. He's a legend. He's a very down-to-earth guy, very Australian. Everyone in Australia knows about the Tigers and kind of their dynasty back in the day and who they had as players. And his jersey's hanging in the rafters in Melbourne.
The Melbourne Tigers have prevailed.
Yeah, look, we run, Melbourne Tigers are famous for running the shuffle, the Auburn shuffle. Really, it's a 5-out offence with shuffle cuts, with double screens, with screens, backdoors. So Josh would have been watching how I made passes, how he could cut, when the defence turns their head, loses vision of the ball, and how we could get him and how we could backdoor if he was getting pressured. So it was just to learn from the greatest in Andrew Gaze and one of the best exponents of running the shuffle and being able to exploit it to his advantage. You couldn't get a better education than that.
And my dad, he's great at teaching it, and we've been running it since under 12, since I was 10 years old. And by the time we got to a point we were 15, 16, 17, we all knew it like the back of our hands.
Using that length and a great pass by Giddey.
From a young age, he would know the offences and he would know where everyone else had to be, should be, and he would tell them. So you could see those leadership qualities.
And we teach kids at a young age about putting the ball on a spot, so not waiting until someone's open and then throwing it, but being able to judge, to be able to react to, they're about to be open in a second, I'll leave the ball there for them. And really, we teach the kids at a young age that, and the way I feel is we're giving them an education about basketball. And I feel these days too much is one-on-one. And if you can't beat your man one-on-one, well, you're no good, you can't play. And we say, no, well, can that guy defend us off a pass and a screen? So we teach people to pass and cut, how to read defences, how to pass the ball. And with the shuffle offence, you have all these facets of the game that we're teaching kids.
And the Tigers just looking like they want to play in the half court.
Well, from a young age, we're taught to play team basketball. You give up a good shot for a great one, and that's kind of bred throughout the systems growing up.
Here's Giddey to the rack, left.
Wow.
It's good. Tied ball game. Josh Giddey.
I think Australians, the way we're taught to play is tough, is together, is really team orientated. And I think that's why myself has always been a team first guy. It's just the way I've been brought up, the way I've been taught the game, and I'm very grateful I am like that because, guys love to play with pass-first guys and good teammates and things like that. So that's what I always pride myself on, and I'm glad I was taught that from a really early age.
I mean, the basketball IQ, I think, was probably the best I've ever seen, and certainly it was years ahead of a 17-year-old. It's probably what you'd expect from a veteran. He brought a bunch of skills that were well past his years. And you overlay that with basketball IQ and just having it as part of your DNA. It was an extraordinary combination of things.
Warwick Giddey McKinnon a little off balance. Oh, what a play from Giddey, lying flat on his back.
And now he took it right back from Ingram.
He's got his radar going right now.
Giddey sets it up.
Terrific passer. Got a great feel for the game.